क्लां वरधरं विवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्न उपशान्तये ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवम् उपास्महे ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयामदेवाः भद्रं पश्येम अक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यसेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्ददातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ अग्ने नय सुपथाराये अस्मान् विश्वानि देव वयुनानि विद्वान् युयोध्यस्मज्जुहुराणमेनो भूयिष्ठां ते नम उक्तिं विधेम ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ ब्रह्मन् ब्राह्मणो ब्रह्मवर्चसि जायतामा राष्ट्रे राजन्यः शूरैषव्यो दिव्याधी महारथो जायतां दोग्ध्रीधेनुः ओढानड्वानासुः सप्तिः पुरन्धिर्योषा जिष्णुरधेष्ठा सुभेयो युवा अस्य यजमानस्य वीरो जायताम् निकामे निकामेन पर्जन्यो वर्षतु फलवत्यो न ओषधयः पच्यन्तां योगक्षेमो नः कल्पेताम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्म उपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोतु अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः So the journey of just getting a selected mantras connected to the application of removal, implication, and for removal of the sin, the arishta, the doshas, the aparadhas, and so on. See, in Rigveda, Yajurveda, and all that, we have several mantra, several words to give the meaning of sin. In English, sin is anything. And again, but enaha, agaha, papam, agham, so many words are there. So each word has got its own connotation. And another most important word is that is called papam, and the kirti bhedakam papam. So there is also a kind of mistake or aparadha that will destroy your kirti, your fame. After all, kirti is permanent, not the body. Therefore, we have to work out in a manner that we have got only Subhakirti, Punya Kirti. Therefore, Punya Kirti in the Yanagate, what happens is Punya Labdha, Punya Sravana, Kirtana, etc. That is, but that will, all that which will uplift us from the mire of so many problems. Then when we feel easy, comfortable, that is a very great one. Therefore, we are now in the Arishta Nivrutti mantra selection of the Sarvaveda Mantraha text in Kannada version or Kannada script of the Ramakrishna Matham, and those editors have selected 12 passages drawn from different places, and so that it will be a part of Prayaschittam, because actually we are committing sins, but we cannot neglect them. Maham Brahma Nirakuryam, Mama Brahma Nirakarotu ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ, what does it mean? Whatever is sacred, whatever is uplifting, what is the Buddharatvam, all that has got to be taken care. Attention should be given to them. And therefore, here also we have gone through uh, 8, 7 mantras, and the 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, these are all again seem to be all are prose, Vedic prose passages, and they are all very clear, drawn from the Brahmanas and also from the Samhitas, Ajurveda, and sometimes from the Rigveda, but the source is Veda only. So whenever we recite all these mantras, it happens to be Veda Parayanam. And also Sakala Veda Parayana Phalam Bhavati. The Sakala Veda is something connected to all these things. For example, the Sandhya Vandanam mantras are one which will connect to all the 4 Vedas. And therefore, whenever we do Sandhya Vandanam, I think we will get Veda Parayana Phalam. Because among all Parayanas, the Veda Parayana is Sreshtham, Yavishtham. So, other Parayanas could be done, recitation, but Veda Parayana is supreme. That's why we have got the Mahaperiyar Chandrasekhara Swami of Kanchi Petam followers. They have formed groups in various places, and we have one in Bangalore. Our Krishna Kumar, member of our Vedadhyayana Kendra, he is regularly organizing Veda Parayanam in different places in Bangalore, but especially he focused on the Rama Devasthanam in 4th C block, Jayanagar, Bangalore. So every month there is going to be 3 hours of Veda Parayanam. It is really a great enterprise, because Sakala Veda Parayanam gives you a lot of wisdom. Because wisdom means what? That we will be able to make our life completely monitored well, and see that we'll get told of certain good things at all. So in 7th paragraph, we see Tadit Padanna Vichiketa Vidwan Yanmrutaha Punarapyeti Jivan Trivrudyadbhuvanasya Rathavrato. जीवो गर्भो नमृतः स जीवात् प्रत्यस्मै पिपीषते विश्वानि विदुषे भरा अरङ्गमाय जग्मवे अपश्चात् तत् घनेतुं तद्धघने वने नरे इन्दुरिन्द्रमवागातु इन्दोरिन्द्रोपातु तस्य त इन्दविन्द इन्द्रप्रीतस्य मधुमतः उपहूतस्य उपहूतो भक्षयामि. Earlier one, that is 6th paragraph, will tell you, Munchamitva havisha jivanaya kamagnata yachmadu taraja yachmadu grahi jagraha यदि वै तदेनं तस्या इन्द्राग्नी प्रमुमुक्तमेनं यदि स्वेदिक्षितायुः यदि वा परेतो यदि मृत्योरन्तिकं नीत एव तमाहरामि निरुतेरुपस्थात् अस्थम् अस्पार्शमेनं शतशारदाय सहस्राक्षेण शतशारदेन शतायुषा हविषार्ष मेनं शतं यथेमं शरदो न यातीन्द्रो विश्वस्य दुरितस्य वारम् शतं जीव शरदो वर्धमानः शतं हेमन्तान् शतमु वसन्तान् शतमिन्द्राग्नी सविता बृहस्पतिः शतायुषा हविषा इमं पुनर्दुः आहार्षं त्वाविदं त्वा पुनरागाः पुनर्नवा सर्वाङ्गसर्वं ते चक्षुः सर्वमायुश्च ते विदम्. So when we are reading all these lines, they have the wisdom, they have the instruction to give to us that we are looking for full life, and the life continues in all the seasons. You see, we have got, and among the 6 seasons, we have got selected seasons where people are more social, enjoying, and happier and healthier, and also they eat well, they turn healthy. So in the 6th paragraph we have noted, so Satam Jiva, let us live, let us not stop living at all. So whatever full time that Paramatma has granted us, that full time has got to be continued, and there should be Sharadaha Vardhamanaha Shatam. So 100 Sharad seasons we should live, right from the time cradle to grave. Likewise, we have to live for the Hima season also, and again then Vasanta season. So then Indra, Agni, Savita, Bruhaspati, all these people have got to approve and give and sanction and protect all through these seasons to go through. And all at the same time, in order to get that kind of security and full life, we are supposed to be performing homa, offering food for the gods. See, Havisha Punaha Imam Duhu. So it is mutual. Food for the gods, food for the human beings. And again, we have to be picking up food for all that aharsham. So aharsham is to bring forth. We have to bring forth or create or generate or produce food enough for gods and ourselves. And because of all this kind of positive effort, we are going to be having a long drawn life with our physical well-being. And in the next one, we have noted that the Somarasa, actually in Soma Yaga, probably the mantra comes from Taittiriya Aranyaka, sorry, Taittiriya Samhita and Taittiriya Brahmana. When you are reading Taittiriya Brahmana, Taittiriya Samhita, and literature on Taittiriya, Yajurveda, you get lot of clues, lot of instructions, and lot of precautions that following them, we are trying to be really blessed because we have to be careful. You cannot throw our body on the ground on no account. But as far as possible, you have to take care of your body. And then, when once your body is intact, in sound body, sound mind, then there will be sound health. So that's why in this paragraph also we have reference to the that we cannot escape death, we cannot escape birth. So these are all alternating, but through the punya karmas, we can just stop the cycle and then settle down at one place. But that place is not Bhulokam, but there are other lokas, Saptalokaha. So, and beyond all these bhuvanas and lokas, there is Vaikuntham, there is Kailasam, there is that kind of place, place where going after which na punaravrittihi, na punaravrittihi. And moreover, the Somarasa which we want to offer to, that is first of all offered to Indra because he is the hero of all the gods. He will face the wars with the Rakshasas and other impediments, and he will protect the gods. Therefore, he is the foremost person among all gods. So all gods submit themselves in reverence to Indra. And that Indra is invited at first when Somarasa or Somayaga are performed. So you see, Indor Indro Pato. So Somarasavannu cups of Soma, when offered to Indra, he will drink them. That is the Naivedyam for the person. And what is Nivedita Dravya or Ahara? And that Nivedita Ahara will be really powerful. So Naivedyam and Prasadam, these two go hand in hand. When you offer to Paramatma, then it becomes and his drushti falls on the food items and that we eat, so we become really stronger. That's why Krishna in Gita or Anugita, anywhere, in all Puranas, everywhere, you said that, it is said that you should be feeding ourselves, feeding the others, and feeding the departed souls also. The Shraddha Karma, Pinda Pradhana, etc. So for 3 generations, all are connected, living and non-living, or living or departed. So Bhuta and Preta. So Bhutas will always look to the Pretas, the mains who have gone off. So like that, here we have got Indava Indrapitasya Madhumataha. ನೈವೇದ್ಯ ಮಾಡಿರುವ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ದ್ರವ್ಯ ತುಂಬ ಪವಿತ್ರವಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ರುಚಿನೂ ಎನ್ಹ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇಂದ್ರನಿಗೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆ ಉಪಹೂತನಾಗಿರುವ ಇಂದ್ರನು ಅನುಗ್ರಹದಿಂದ ನಾನು ಇದು ಭಕ್ಷಯಾಮಿ. ಸೊ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ವಿಲ್ ನೌ ಗೋ ಟು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 8th and I am going to read out. And actually I explained some portion of this 8th paragraph of the Arishta Nivrutti mantra, but still, actually, we know that the Veda is always looks very new. It's never said that, oh, we did it and we remember. It's not a story. Veda is not a novel. Veda is not a story. So, but it is independent, instructive text. So, now I'm just reading. Apa va etasmat Sri Rashtram Kramati Yosvamedhena Yajate Brahmanau Veena Gathino Gayataha Sriyava etad rupam yadveena Sriyamevasmin tadadat tadat 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 tadha yada khalu vai sasrihi purushaha sriyamasnute वीणास्मै वाद्यते तदाहुः यदुभौ ब्राह्मणौ गायेताम् प्रभ्रगुं शुकास्मात् श्री स्यात् न वै ब्राह्मणे श्रीः रमत इति ब्राह्मणोऽन्यो गायेत् राजन्योऽन्यः ब्रह्म वै ब्राह्मणः क्षत्रगुं क्षत्रगुं राजन्यः. So now this paragraph is probably Ashwamedha Brahmanam ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. So where in the Ashwamedha Yaga there is an occasion when Veena play is being done. 100 people play Veena, and it has got a lot of symbolism, and it has got a lot of magical effect and atharvanic influence. Etasmat apava Sri Rastram Kramati. Yarandandre, any Yajamana who is trying to offer Ashwamedha Yaga, perform Ashwamedha, Ashwamedhena Yajate, and so whoever performs Ashwamedha, it is said to be the royal consecration. Ashwamedha offering the momentum of the various. In fact, in Ashwamedha Yaga formulas, we have got the mention of the 121 parts of the body which are offered, of the horse, which are offered as viands to the various gods. And that is very important. And where the Ashwa is taken to be the Prajapati, the generative deity who can grant good children, good all that. So who are the players of the Veena? Brahmanau Veena Gathinau Gayataha. So Veena Gathinaha Brahmanau. So the Brahmins are those who play the Veena. Because what is that Veena? Veena is the very identical form of the Sampadagalu. Sriya, Sriyavarupam etatu. So, see, Sampadjuktavagiruva Swabhava and generative power is the musical instrument is taken to be the Veena. And what is that? So, Veena ವಾದನದಿಂದ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸೌಖ್ಯ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ and ಅದರಿಂದ ನಮಗೆ ಸೌಖ್ಯ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ಸೇ ಪುರುಷಃ ಶ್ರಿಯಮಸ್ತುತೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ವೀಣಾಗಾಥದಿಂದ ಮನುಷ್ಯರಿಗೆ ಡಿವೋಟೀಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದಟ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಮೋರವರ್ ಈ ವೀಣಾ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಮಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣೌ ಗಾಯೇತಾಂ ಪ್ರಭ್ರಗು ಅಂಶುಕಾಸ್ಮಾ ಶ್ರೀ ಸ್ಯಾತ್. So savai brahmane sri ramata iti. So brahmananu yake sampada. Actually Brahmins are never rich. They are only rich in knowledge. They have complete their timetable dedicated to the study and then understanding, then partaking that knowledge with the others, and see that there is a gnana vruddhi because of them to the other people at all, more so. So all people cannot be spending their time before Veda. Therefore, there is a separate sectionalized responsibility which Paramatma Prajapati has given. Brahminsu study ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ವೇದ ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ಸೆ ಸ್ವಾಧ್ಯಾಯ ಪ್ರವಚನಾಭ್ಯಾಂ ನ ಪ್ರಮದಿತವ್ಯಂ. ಸೊ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣರಿಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸ್ವಾಧ್ಯಾಯ, ದೇ ಶುಡ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ, and whatever learning that they are able to get on, they should be able to share to the others. So if they don't share, that is wrong for a Brahmin. So a Brahmin must be ready to share his knowledge to all the seekers and see that they also become enhanced. It is just like Vishwamitra Maharshi. You observe, he was actually a Kshatriya and he was actually a Kshatriya Maharaja. But he became Rajarshi, he became Rishi, he became ultimately Brahmarshi, certified by Vasishtha Maharshi himself, not by Brahmadeva. Not only he became Brahmarshi, top ranking knowledgeable person, at the same time he has prepared or trained Rama and Lakshmana to strong by presenting to him a large number of gifts and vidya. That is what is called Dhanur Vidya. And also the techniques how best one can be successful in warfare. ಯುದ್ಧದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ವಿವಿಧವಾದ ಶಸ್ತ್ರಾಸ್ತ್ರಗಳನ್ನು ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ವಿಶ್ವಾಮಿತ್ರ ಮಹರ್ಷಿ ರಾಮ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಣರಿಗೆ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. They endowed, made Rama and Lakshmana become empowered. So that way, whatever Veda said, that is also being practically followed in our Vedic tradition, Sanatana Dharma, by one and all. So education is a long drawn process. And it is common to all people. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾವಾನ್ ಲಭತೆ ಜ್ಞಾನಂ, ಸೊ ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾವಾನ್ ಲಭತೆ ಸೌಖ್ಯಂ. ಸೊ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಸೌಖ್ಯ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾ, ಡಿಸೈರ್, ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್, ಪರ್ಸಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಇರಬೇಕು. Therefore, here it is said that Ubhau Brahmanau Gayetam and Savai Brahmane Srihi Naramata iti. Moreover, ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ. ದೆನ್ ಯಾರಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಸಂಪದಗಳು ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಇನ್ ಮಹಾರಾಜಾಸ್, ಕ್ಷತ್ರಿಯಾಸ್. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ಷತ್ರಿಯ ಅಂದರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ದಿ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಎ ಟ್ರೆಷರಿ. Government must be collecting money from people, taxes. So in order the taxation and also the treasury and all that, Kautilya in Arthashastra has beautifully made it. The Kosha Shastra, Kosha Adhyaya, and how the king must see that the Raja Kosha is always kept full. And Koshagara should be there. And so ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣರ ಸಹಾಯದಿಂದ ರಾಜನ್ಯರು, ದಿ ಕ್ಷತ್ರಿಯಾಸ್, ದ ಕಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ದೇ ಬಿಕಮ್ ರಿಚರ್ and they become very rich. In fact, in Rigveda, we have got mantras which will tell us that the kings used to keep highly learned and powerful Brahmins as ministers or otherwise also in their court, and in view of them, they were able to be getting good funds and enhancement of the treasury account. That's why ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಸ್ತ್ರೀ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ರಾಜನ್ಯೋನ್ಯ. ಸೊ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ವೈ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣ ಕ್ಷತ್ರಗುಂ ರಾಜನ್ಯ ತಥಾ ಹಿ ಅಸ್ಯ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಣಾ ಚ ಕ್ಷತ್ರೇಣ ಚ ಉಭಯತಃ ಸ್ತ್ರೀ ಪರಿಗೃಹಿತಾ ಭವತಿ. What a beautiful subhashitam it is. So the government and the people both are acquiring wealth, and that wealth is mutual. Government gives salary or some money to the other organizations, and these organizations, they enhance the money and again pay to the government as a part of tax and other ways. And so you see that there should be interflow of Brahma and Kshatriya, and that is exactly a wonderful place. In Ajurveda, we have got a beautiful place, mantra, where it is said, Yatra Brahmacha Kshatrancha Samyanchau Charatas Sada Tam Punyam Lokam Pragnesham. ಅಂತ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ ಅಶ್ವಮೇಧ ಯಾಗ ಇನ್ ಸೋಮಯಾಗ ಮಂತ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ cooperation, coordination, and support mutual between the Maharajas, between the Kshatriyas and Brahmanas. That the Sriyam, the wealth gets equally distributed on both sides. So actually, when we say Subhiksham, Saurashtram, ಅಂತ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳುವಾಗ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಕ್ಷತ್ರಗುಂ ರಾಜನ್ಯ. ಸೊ ಉಭಯತಃ ಸ್ತ್ರೀ ಪರಿವೃತ ಭವತಿ ಅನ್ನುವಾಗ ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆನೂ ಇವಾಗ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫೀಸಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಈಸ್ ಗಾಡ್ಸ್ ವರ್ಷಿಪ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಅಂದರೆ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ, whether it is whatever be, because all people are referring themselves to the government. That's why you observe that any central government employee of rank will swear for the job in the name of the president of the country, and similarly in the name of the governor of the state, similarly in the name of the mayor of the corporation of the. So they are all the first citizens, and they have their own responsibility and duties. And in order to promote their activity to go well, it is said that they have to do it. That's why you observe a beautiful subhashitam that Srihi ubhayataha kshatrena brahmana hi asya brahmana. And so ibru adanna ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಯು ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಿನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ರಿಚ್ ವಿತ್ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್, ದಿ ಕ್ಷತ್ರಿಯಾಸ್ ಆರ್ ರಿಚ್ ಇನ್ ವೆಲ್ತ್, and if both are, and the Vaisyas, as we see in the Purusha Suktam, the Varnashrama Dharma, and the Dharma to all, Tani Dharmani Prathamanyasan. ಸೊ ಆ ಧರ್ಮಗಳು ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ಬರದ್ದು ಒಂದೊಂದು ತರಹ ಧರ್ಮ ಇದೆ. So Tani Dharmani Prathamani. So if they are Dharma Paraha, Dharma Baddhaha, Dharma Anushtana Paraha, they are all great. So the money, the wealth is there on both sides, and therefore he said Yadubhau Deva Divaga Yetam Apasmadrashtram Krametu Navai Brahmane Rashtragum Ramata iti Yada Khalu Vai Raja Kamayate Atha Brahmanam Jinati Diva Brahmano Gayetu. So when there is happiness, Diva is happiness. When there is happiness, when there is daylight, the Veena Gathanam is done. Veena is supposed to be played during the daytime, morning times or anything. So that's why it is always because they fetch the Veena blesses us or fetches lot of wealth to us. Wealth in number of manners. So definition of Raji or the Sri is definition. Therefore, it is always commented Diva Brahmano Gayetu Naktagum Rajanyaha. So Naktam Rajanya. Naktam is night time. Night time means whenever there is need and they have to work well, whether day or night, and see that their funds are being managed. And ಇಲ್ಲಿ ahaha diva and ratri again comes into operation. ಸೊ ಯಾವ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ವೇದಗಳು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅವರ್ ದಿನಚರಿ ಈಸ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಅವರ್ ವೇದಾಸ್. Normal dinachari which do it, but ಕೆಲವು things are there. There are certain things which have got to be done only in the daytime, only in the night time. So here, Veena Gathanam is supposed to be in daytime and in the night time. But Veena can be played on, I think so, both day and night depending upon the caste in which they are all born. So Naktam Rajanyaha and Diva Brahmanaha Gayet. So Gayet andre they can go, they can recite and play on that. ಯಾಕೆ ಸಿ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಂದರೆ ಎನಿ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮೇಡ್ that will be explained and in its own way. So to say that the interpretation is a most important item that we are deriving whatever understanding and guidance from Vedas. So Vedas guide us, and therefore we have got a beautiful suggestion. Matrudevo bhava, Pitrudevo bhava, Acharya Devo bhava, Bhuta Devo bhava, and ultimately Atharvaveda tells that Rashtra Devo bhava. So keep your Rastram as your deity. They are all statesmen. See, statesmen and politicians and the divide ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Politicians are those who are selfish. They sacrifice the land or country for their upliftment. But the statesmen are those who try to sacrifice themselves for the upliftment of the country. So there are few statesmen, but there are many politicians. But anyway, both are enjoying making some contribution for the welfare of the people at large, because it's a democratic country where demo means people. Democratic means governed by the people. So here, what is Diva, what is Ratri? The Diva is the Brahmin and Ratri is the Kshatriya. So when Ratri and Hagalu becomes Ahoratri, 24 hours. See, all these 24 hours are workable because there are people who who work in the night. There are people who work in the morning. But both night and day, people are there who are busy in their own activity in order to gain food. Therefore, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದಂದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ನವೈ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣೇ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಗುಂ ರಮತ ಇತಿ. See, Rashtra will not be much concerned to the Brahmana, but only Kshatriya, but who is again to concern with the Brahman. Therefore, here it is said, Kshatrena cha ubhayatora. So, tatha hi asya Brahmana Kshatrena cha ubhayato rastram parigruhitam bhavati. ಈ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ರಕ್ಷಣ is the most important. State security, state organization, and this is very much important. ಸೊ ಈಗಿನ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಸು ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು, ಬಟ್ this state organization or state reorganization or statesman, ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಯಜುರ್ವೇದದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ನಮಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. How are the states are organized, how are the country is being divided, and in what under what maxims there is the distribution of duties and activity to people. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಿಳುವಳಿಕೆ. This is exactly what we call politics, or otherwise they call it as a political science. So we have economics, political science, both are very important in the humanities, study of the humanities. So humanities ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ಸು, ಪಾಲಿಟಿಕ್ಸು, anthropology, sociology, well, these are all important subjects connected to the state and Brahminhood. In fact, regarding the social organization and the duties of the people, etc., and Gotra system, Pravara system, and the caste system, all these things have been well explained in several texts, several books written latest to be textbooks for the different specializations. So we have for sociology people, we have beautiful works also by great professors. So now coming back to the text. So ubhayataha kshatrena brahmana rashtram parigruhitam bhavati. So who are responsible for the promotion of the safety, security, prosperity of the country? Both Brahmins, the scholars, and Kshatriyas, the warriors, and all those. So a Kshatriya is a ruler, Kshatriya is a protector, Kshatriya is that. He is one who can try to attend upon the calamities, something like administrative officers, IAS, they pass Indian Administrative Service. And also we have got, that also includes Indian Forest Service, Indian Police Service, Indian. So like that, we have so many services that will promote importantly the wealth of the country and safe reorganization and activity or management of the country. So Rashtram parigruhitam bhavate ityadat ityayajataah ityapachata ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣೋ ಗಾಯೇತು. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾಕೆ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣರು ವೀಣಾಗಾನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ, ದಿ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಯಿಂಗ್ ವೀಣಾ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಬೀನ್ ಆಫರ್ಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ವೀಣಾಗಾಥಿನಃ. And in fact, even Vaggayakara, one of the definitions of Vaggayakara is he must be also having the knowledge of the Veena, because Veena in English are lute and ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, but that lute is different, but our Veena. So Veena is an independent instrument, and you can engage people for a long time by playing the Veena, because Veena is a language. All kirtanas can be transferred upon the Veena, violin. So there are some independent, full-fledged musical instruments, and they are called, the Veena is the top of it. Therefore, one has to take up the Veena Ganam by Brahminas, because the Brahmins will have, in addition, Anushtanam. Anushtana is the only important thing that will make the efforts really fruitful. ಅನುಷ್ಠಾನವಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರುವ ಅಸ್ಟ್ರಾಲಜರ್ಸು ಖಂಡಿತ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಸ್ಪರ್. ಸೊ ಆ ಅನುಷ್ಠಾನ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಡೇ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಪೂಜಾ, ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್, ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ noble work that will please the Paramatma or gods. And therefore, ಅಂಡ್ ಇದರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಷ್ಟಾಪೂರ್ತಂ ವೈ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣಸ್ಯ ಇಷ್ಟಾಪೂರ್ತೇನೈವೈನಗುಂ ಸಮರ್ಥಯತಿ. ಸೊ ಇಷ್ಟಾಪೂರ್ತಿ is the most important thing. But anything that you do, you have the objective that your desires must be fulfilled. Yat ishtam tat tadishtapurti, and yadishtam tat purayati puram anತಾರೆ. So purayati ಅಂದ್ರೆ successful. Whatever you have desired, that has got to be successfully obtained. Therefore ishtapurtena eva enam saha samardhayati. This is the statement. And again we have some more lines in this paragraph where the paraphernalia that would help for this kind of anushthanam. So we have got the mention of the Krishna Jinam. That itself is a big subject. Krishna Jina means the hide of the Krishna Mruga. That Krishna Mruga is the deer, jinke. That's what it is called as. So jinke charma, charma is important. That's what is called ajina. Aji andre animals hide. Therefore, we have got also the utility of using the animal hide as asana, rest asana. And Krishna Jina for Brahmins, Vyagra Jina for the sannyasis. In between, other ajinas are there, but no matter. So we see the seat also is important. That is your sitting posture and the asana on which you are sitting, most important. So in our Vedic wisdom, we are always given in other texts also regarding the importance of asana. When you should do your asana, anusthana, and sitting on what is also marked in our tradition. So you should not do any daivopasana, sitting on the ground, plain ground. No, you should sit upon some seat. But Pitru karma, you cannot do it with asanam. You should sit on the ground. But if you were to do some other thing without asana, daiva karma, it will go to earth and it will be not fruitful at all. ಸೊ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ಧರ್ಮಶಾಸ್ತ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾಕೆ ಫಲಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಲಕ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಸಿಂಧೂರ ಇರಬೇಕು. See, very Lalita Parameswari is being in Jhana Slokam told Sindhurarnavam. So Sindhurarnava. So Sindhurarnava. Amavaryak says she is wearing that Sindhuraruna Sindhuraruna Vigraham. Atai Swarupa Vigraha Sindhura Aruna. Aruna Varna and Sindhura Varna. That is, Aruna and Sindhura are same matching colors. ಹಾಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಇಷ್ಟಾಪೂರ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಸಮರ್ಥನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನುವಾಗ there is the mention of the charma. I think I will stop here today and we continue next. So this 8th paragraph is really giving us large number of, very many details. Very many details we are getting, because we generally these days people are not unaware, because there are no people who can tell in the houses to the children on one hand. Secondly, the pravachanakaras, those people who try to preach all these things, don't have much audience too. That's why Jirnamange Subhashitam. Bhartrihari, when he started Niti Satakam, he said, Matsaragataha And all the kings who support, they have Matsarya. The Rajanaha and Vidvamsaha and Rajanaha Smayadushitaha and Vidvamsaha Smayadushitaha and Abodhopahataschanye Jirnamange Subhashitam. ರಾಜರಿಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಗರ್ವ, ಅವನ್ನ ಯಾಕೆ ಪ್ಯಾಟ್ರನೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ತರಹ ಗರ್ವ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ರಾಜರಿಗೆ. ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣರಿಗೆ ಸ್ಮಯ, ಅಸೂಯೆ. ಸ್ಮಯ ಅಂದರೆ ಅಸೂಯೆ, ಜಲಸ್. ದೇ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಸ್ಕಾಲರ್ಸ್ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಈಚ್ ಅದರ್, ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ಸ್ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಈಚ್ ಅದರ್. ಎಥಿಕಲ್ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ ಇರೋ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ಸ್ ತುಂಬ ಕಡಿಮೆ. ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ನನ್ನ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋದರೆ ಆ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಡೂಮ್ಡ್, ಹಿ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಸಕ್ಕರೇಜ್. ಸೊ ಈ ತರಹ ಭಾವನೆಗಳಿಂದ ಏನಾಯ್ತಂದರೆ ಸುಭಾಷಿತ ಜೀರ್ಣಮಂಗೆ ಸುಭಾಷಿತಂ ಅಂತ ಹಂಗೆ ಆಗದೆ. ಸೊ ಅವರ ಜ್ಞಾನ ವೇದಾಧ್ಯಯನ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟ್, ವೆದರ್ A is there or B is there, the trains go, the bounded trains to distance, they will start on time, they reach on time, no matter who travels in it. Like that, we have got to do the job. When Shankaracharya started his preachings and Advaita, only 4 students were there. When Buddha was started teaching that Panchasila and all that about Buddhism, 5 students were there. And that is good number. But they are so sincere, they remained obedient to the Guru till last. And therefore, we have so much of knowledge and so much of better things. Anyway, I stop here. Om Swasti.
Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahabijam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्. ओम शांति शांति शांतिः. हरिः ओम तत्सतं. सर्वं श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु, श्रीवासुदेवार्पणमस्तु, श्रीवेदपुरुषाशीर्वादोऽस्तु. ओम श्रीमातृचरणारविन्दार्पणमस्तु. नायकशेखरां स्मितं किमापीनवक्षोरुहाम् पाणिभ्यामलिपूर्णरत्नचषकं रत्नोत्पलं बिभ्रतीं सौम्यां रत्नघटस्थरक्तचरणां ध्यायेत् परमाम्बिकाम्. अरुणां करुणातरङ्गिताक्षिं धृतपाशाङ्कुशपुष्पबाणचापाम् अणिमादिभिरावृतां मयूखैः रहमित्येव विभावये भवानीं. ध्यायेत् पद्मासनस्थं विकसितवदनं पद्मपत्रायताक्षीम्. हेमाभां पीतवस्त्रं करकलितलसद्धेम पद्मां वराङ्गीम्. सर्वालङ्कारयुक्तं सततमभयदां भक्तनम्रां भवानीम्. श्रीविद्यां शान्तमूर्तिं सकलसुरनुतां सर्वसम्पत्प्रदात्रीं सकुङ्कुमविलेपनामलिककुचुम्बिकस्तूरिकां समन्दहसिते क्षणां सशरचापपाशाङ्कुशाम् अशेषजनमोहिनीम् अरुणमाल्यभूषोज्ज्वलां जपाकुसुमभासुरां जपविधौ स्मरेदम्बिकाम्. ओम शांति शांति शांति.